play here. 3rd and 15. The Eagles need a big chunk of yardage to keep this drive alive.
It's aggressive.
Burbage went in motion. They had 3 guys to the left. And now it's Penix taking off up the middle, and he has a lot of room to roam. Carter Penix in for the touchdown from 28 yards
It's
out.
time for the LCA Football Coach Oakley Watkins Show. Live from the home of the Eagles in Lexington, Kentucky on the OrthoLinks Sports Network. The Coach Oakley Watkins Show is presented by Justice Broadcast Network and the Kentucky Bluebird Grill and Pub. Now here's the host of the Coach Oakley Watkins Show, Jason Hunt.
All right, we're back here live on Reynolds Road, Coach Oakley Watkins Show. Coach, I'm not sure we could predict a running clock in our district game, but we're sure happy to have it. What did you see? What's your initial thoughts on Saturday about what happened on Friday night, and what have you been doing this week?
Yeah, we watched the tape Monday. We actually gave the kids Saturday off just because last week was a weird week. It was homecoming. They had homecoming festivities Saturday night. We had an early morning practice on Thursday. So we watched the tape as a group yesterday, and it was something for us, I think, defensively in the first half. We really got after them. I mean, their rushing attack coming in was one of the best in 2A, and their running back is extremely special. And it was something our guys really flew to the football. We were sloppy offensively in the first half, so there's a lot of things that we were able to coach off of and teach from, which is great. And that's something that's better to learn when you're winning than when you're losing. So it was something offensively. I think there was just some ball handling things in the first half that we've got to clean up and fix. But overall, I mean, that was our first goal, was to win a district championship and position ourselves to host two first and second round playoff games. So we're in a position I'm pretty excited right now.
Yeah. So coming in, like you said, the running back at Danville had 20-some touchdowns, ton of yards coming in, and he had a really tough time getting past the line. So he had a big push initially, and then the linebackers did their job, and everybody in the secondary did their job, and they had some difficulty throwing the ball for sure because they ran the ball so much. But then you probably knew because of the coach he was going to come with some tricks. So they tried some trick plays early on, we came out just throwing the ball, which they hadn't done for a while, and then but we were pretty disciplined on defense coming straight out. And did you tell the guys they were going to get the day off if you could run the clock?
No, I didn't tell them that. That was a surprise Friday night afterwards, which they were appreciative of because, I mean, these guys are in here 6 days a week, and our staff's the same way. I mean, they're here 6 days a week, so to get that extra day of rest was nice for those guys. They were pretty fired up about it. But I think
they had homecoming too. Yeah, so they had homecoming dance. They got to go relax, get ready for that, and go to homecoming. Yeah. So that's good. Aside from the ball handling stuff, what do we need the coaching stuff that you could coach through? What do we need to do to get better as a team overall after what you've seen, what you saw Friday night?
Yeah, just from an interior standpoint on offense, one thing we've really talked about is we've got to be better at our base runs. I thought there were some plays Friday night with all plays that we like to run. I mean, we just missed some blocks that are technique things we talk about on a daily basis, which is playing guys full man, double teams, attacking the hip, keeping a hand free, going to where guys are going to be not where they are type stuff. Just day one stuff that Friday night I didn't feel like we were extremely great at in the box. Receiver-wise, I thought we played really, really well. Routes were crisp. We got to work on restacking. On some vertical stuff, some vertical shots that we're working on. And that's really that next step to being a really good receiver as a young guy. So we repped a lot of that today in our individual work. Coach Timmons did a good job teaching those receivers on that stuff. So that's a big thing on offense. Defensively, it's just continuing to read our keys and just fly to the football, 11 hands to the ball, and tackling on first contact, because we did have a couple that he spit out of traffic, which still wasn't a big gain on those plays, but it's something we got to get better at.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we always like the part of the show where we're going to highlight some of the players. So we got a couple players with us today. Who's going to go first?
Yeah, we got senior Logan Mays. He's a defensive end, tight end for us. He's actually already committed to go play the next level at FBS Navy. Which is, I think, speaks volumes of who he is as a person, well-rounded. Obviously, Navy's not going to recruit guys that aren't well-rounded. So Logan's great on and off the field. He's a guy he's 6'5", 6'6", 225 pounds. We've actually measured him at 1.67 one day. Yeah, there you go. I didn't even think about that. Goodness gracious. But he's a special one. It's been cool to see him kind of thrive in the role he's been in this year, and he's one of our sack leaders and really gets after people on the defensive side of the ball as well. Has really improved blocking wise. Has great hands, so he's been cool. It's been awesome to watch him grow.
Awesome. And then after him,
we got Collin Hensley, which Collin's a junior. He plays safety and has also been playing a lot of receiver for us the last couple of weeks. Collin is he's a great leader in that junior class, and he's one that last year dealt with some injuries and then unfortunately got hurt the first play of 7-on-7 this year, and I was just gutted for him because I know what he went through last year trying to get back. So to see him thriving on the big stage, I mean, he had a huge pick against Lexington Catholic that I thought really flipped that game. So he always makes great plays and big moments, and he's a guy that you can rely on to lead your team and is always a calm and cool presence in big moments too. When adversity hits, you want to have guys like that, and that's who Collin is.
Awesome. Well, we'll take a short break. We'll come right back with Logan Mays. All right, we're back here, Reynolds Road with Logan Mays. Logan, welcome to the show. You heard what your coach said about you there, sitting there and talking about your leadership and the opportunity you have to play at the next level already. So let's go back. Before the season started, what was your personal goals and team goals coming into this season?
Yeah, so something that was special with me was that's different than a lot of our senior class was I was already committed to play college football, and that was really helpful because it got all the stress from thinking about college and all that stuff, and all I had to think about was the team and making us the best team that we could be. So this summer I really thought about, stepping up as a leader and trying to make us the best team that we could be. And
what about personal goals? What did you want to accomplish coming in?
Yeah, so I'm stepping up as a leader on the defensive side. As Coach said, getting some sacks and all that stuff, improving as a tight end and all that stuff, making myself more well-rounded.
So big district win on Friday. It kind of secures the district championship for us. And when you start looking back through the season, we had a big boy schedule starting early, and then now we're right in the middle of the district play. What have you seen from your perspective growth through the team throughout the year? What do you think that you guys have gotten a lot better at?
Yeah, so definitely with Nash, he's definitely stepped up a lot as a leader. He had to fill in when our senior quarterback, Carter Penix, got injured, and he's been a great leader. Like you said, with our competitive schedule, 1-3 was our last record in our last 4 games we've won. Now we're 5-3. So seeing him step up, seeing a couple other guys step up, that's been really beneficial for us right now.
Gotcha. And to go to take your game to the next level, what do you think you need to do better as you get older and mature more? What do you have on your target and what you want to improve on?
Yeah, probably just overall, bigger, faster, stronger. I'm working in the weight room, making sure, the little things I'm getting right, the play-by-play, all that stuff I think I need to improve on, and definitely becomes a lot more important when you're playing at the Division I level. Gotcha.
And so let's step away from football for a minute and let's talk about LCA as a school. When did you start coming to LCA?
So I came after my freshman year, so it's been my 3rd year here.
Okay. And if you look back at your experience at LCA going, we're almost halfway through your senior year now, what's your favorite memories, or what would you say is most special to you about LCA as a school?
Overall, I like how it's Christ-centered and the academic rigor is really high, so that'll prepare you for college very well. But my favorite LCA memory, I would say, recently was playing Catholic and getting, 3.5 sacks, being a good contributor to my team. And, LCA has been great, though, and I've loved it here.
Awesome. Well, anything you want to leave the fans with to say over these next few games?
No, just, keep supporting us, and we're going to try to make it a special year.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll take a short break. We'll come right back with Collin Hensley. We're back here live with Collin Hensley. Collin, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You heard also what your coach said about you coming back from injuries and getting started in the season. I'll ask you the same thing. What was your personal goals coming into the year? What did you want to accomplish this year?
Obviously, I wanted to win a state championship. That's kind of like a team goal, but my personal goal is probably just finding my way on the field and just trying to help the team as much as I can in any way possible.
Yeah. What did you work most on in the offseason heading up? Getting healthy, I'm guessing.
Yeah, just a lot of rehab. Sophomore year, I broke my ankle right before the season, so that really hurt me a lot. And then right before the season this year, I broke my elbow. So, yeah, just a lot of rehabbing.
Yeah, I gotcha. So broken bones everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully those are over by now.
Yeah, I hope so.
When you start looking at how you've contributed to the team this year, when you step into big roles, we started talking about having interceptions at Catholic and kind of stepping into a bigger role. When you look back at what we've accomplished so far as a team, what do you say we've been doing really well? And then I'll ask you the same thing. What do you think we need to get better at to ultimately win the state championship?
I think we've been really doing well at, like, just overcoming adversity. Like, when adversity hits, we stay together. We don't, like, fall apart and blame each other and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then what do you think working forward as a team that you need to do to get better to have a chance to be at Kroger Field?
I think we just got to tackle more and run to the ball more, definitely.
Gotcha. I'll ask you also the same thing. When did you start at LCA?
I started first grade, so I've been here a long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
Looking back at that and the experience, what can you say about LCA as a school? What would you say to someone who is either checking the school out, thinking about coming here, or just someone who's asking you what your experience has been like so far?
It's just a great school. I mean, you meet a lot of good people here, and the teachers just, like, really love you, and they'll pour Christ into you. So it's just a great place to be.
Yeah, and so you're a junior. So
Yes, sir.
how many juniors do you have on your squad? How many people are? Is it pretty even through the seniors and juniors? Or you're not sure.
I'd say it's pretty even. Yeah.
Okay. And you guys are a tight knit group.
Yes, sir.
I know the senior class is tight knit. They're all giving each other a hard time, but also have each other's back. So same thing for the juniors, I'm guessing.
Oh, yes, sir.
Do you play any other sports?
I do not. I used to play basketball freshman year, but I quit that to focus on football.
I gotcha. And then long term, when things are said and done, what do you want to do when you're all grown up?
Probably be an electrician, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, work with that, then hopefully one day start my own business.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything you want to leave the fans with as we finish up? We got a couple games left in the regular season, then playoffs starting. What would you say to anyone who's listening?
Just keep supporting us, keep coming to the games, and we'll give you all a show.
Awesome.
Sure.
All right. Well, thanks for coming. Great job.
Thank you. Yep.
We'll take a short break. We'll be right back with Head Coach Oakley Watkins.
Looking for a place where good food, great music, and family fun come together? Come on down to Kentucky Bluebird Grill and Pub in the heart of the Summit area, Ashland, Kentucky. At Kentucky Bluebird, we're serving up classic Southern comfort food with a smile. From our mouth-watering burgers to our famous chicken and dumplings, there's something on the menu for everyone in the family. But that's not all. We're Ashland's premier live music venue, showcasing the best local artists and rising music stars. Our outdoor stage is the place to be, with toe-tapping performances under the Kentucky stars. Whether you're here for a family dinner, a night of live music, or just to soak up the Bluebird vibe, we've got you covered. Open daily with plenty of parking and a warm welcome waiting. Kentucky Bluebird Grill and Pub, where good eats meet great beats in Ashland's Summit area. Visit us today or give us a call at 606-585-0800. Also, follow us on Facebook, Kentucky Bluebird Grill and Pub.
All right, we're back live here with Coach Oakley Watkins. Looking forward, we have Washington County coming up. What do you know about them, and what do we need to do this week to get ready?
Yeah, Washington County's they've been in our district for a while, and I think one thing's always consistent with that bunch is that they're well coached, and coaches do a great job there. Kids they fly to the football on defense, and from an offensive standpoint, they just run something we don't see a lot of, which is they're in a wing T type deal, which is something that's going to make sure you as linebackers are reading your keys, because if you don't and they catch you snoozing, you're really going to pay for it. And that's something that for us, we've just got to really, really be disciplined in that area, which I think is great for us to play teams like that, because it does test our wherewithal to make sure that our guys are focusing on what their keys are and what we're coaching them to do on a daily basis.
So when you see something like that we don't see, and then we prepare on a long week or a short week, either way it is, the more you do that, I'm guessing the easier it is when playoffs hit to make adjustments because you don't know which team you're playing next week. It depends on who wins. So it makes it a little easier for them to adjust and see what's coming. Do we have anybody else who's going to run that type of offense, you think?
Well, next week PRP is something similar to that, so they'll run a similar offense, and then in a Class 2A wise, Belfry is a wing T.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and our guys are going to get a look at this week. The scout team quarterback is none other than myself this week.
Yes.
So
I love it.
I'm loving that.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun. And
Do you have your Walker boot available?
hey, we'll see what happens. It's just it's a hard because the wing T, there's so much ball handling, and our guys just quarterbacks, we don't do it. So it's like having them try to learn it in a week and then go back to what we're doing. Yeah. So it's fun to compete with the kids a little bit too.
I love it. I love it.
Maybe calling you.
That's okay. You know where we're at. So Washington County will be coming up, and as we start looking, there's been a shift now in the RPI as we suspect there would be if we got a win, and so. Right now, as it sits, I think we're number 2 in the RPI behind Owensboro Catholic. I know that you're a formula person. You say you won't do it, but there is a mechanism, I believe, in place that we could potentially have the number 1 RPI. Is that true?
And there's a slight chance that could happen, but I think right now, if all holds according to plan, that I think we would hold it too.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But there is a small chance, but I think just knowing kind of what's out there, as long as we just need to have to take care of business these next 2 weeks, is what I keep telling our team to do. Is if we do that, we've positioned ourselves to be in a good spot in the playoffs, but still got to play the games.
Explain that to people who are listening. If we're number 2 in the RPI, and how the East-West side works for playoffs.
Yeah, so the way it is, there's eight districts in every class. So Class 2A is what class we're in. There's 8 districts, and each district winner is guaranteed to host their first 2 rounds as long as they win their games. And then after the district rounds, then you go into the region rounds, and it's split into East and West. So the 4 district winners from the East will be seeded 1 through 4 based off the RPI. Will play each other. So 1 will play 4, 2 will play 3, and then the same for the West. And then once you get to the state semifinals, there is no East-West anymore. It's just completely seeded 1 through 4 based on the remaining teams. Based on your RPI, the host will be the 2 highest teams in the RPI. So that's where things are. That's why we've had to travel. 3rd round, 4th round is our RPI. The last couple of years of the schedule we've played has not really helped us, even when we thought it probably would have. Yeah. So right now, if things hold true to where they are, we would be able to host some later round playoff games if we are able to get to that point.
Sure. And and just to clarify, we're in the East, and Owensboro's in the West. So some of that makes a difference when you're that 3rd round that we were talking about before.
Well, so it's weird the way it's set up. You would think so. The West, and we've actually had looked at this over the years. The West is Mayfield. Obviously, it's far west. We're actually in the West, so it's us, Owensboro Catholic, Mayfield, Somerset, Monroe County, Clinton County, Fort Campbell. All those are the West. The East is Beechwood, Breathitt County, Prestonsburg, Belfry, Shelby Valleys. Yeah.
So obviously it doesn't go on a map, because if you draw a line straight down, somehow it gets shifted to Lexington West.
The Class 2A is just so, that's the thing, is like
spread out.
And there's really no other way the KHSA could do it, to be honest with you. I've looked at it previous years just to see how that all works. And
I think we probably could just get a district and call it the Central and just have 4 teams in it. We'll just be the Central. And then you get a bye the first round of the playoffs. Yeah. I'm going to submit that as an offer. All right, and then let's just talk about, like we always do, what you're trying to focus on this week, individual-wise and as a team.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit. We had a lot of penalties on Friday night. I mean, 13 penalties for us is just inexcusable, to be quite honest. And that's something Monday we had a JV game, but I had our whole entire team come in for a Monday meeting and just talk about that self-discipline aspect of things, because it's something that just, we're not, like late season games, you can't have 13 penalties and expect to win. Yeah. We've got to be a team, and I told our team, you may have seen me in the 3rd quarter, I brought everybody together as a whole, and we were just at that point, I mean, we were winning the game by several scores at that point, but we weren't playing LCA football to the standard that I thought we should be playing it. And that was just from the penalty standpoint.
Yeah.
And those things, some of those things are just selfish. And that's in our program. It's together we win, and we're playing for none other than the audience of one. And that's something that I just didn't feel like that was representative of what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing this week.
Sure.
We're talking about is just discipline in general and the little things. But defensively, it's what it's continued to be for us. We worked today. We had 30 minutes of defense, and it was 25 minutes of it was tackling.
Yep.
Because in November you get a block and tackle.
So funny how those fundamentals matter in December, huh?
No kidding. No kidding.
How does that keep coming back from preseason to your last game when you're playing? It all comes down to fundamentals, and that's at every level. NFL, college football, high school football. It all comes down to doing the fundamentals well. So. All right, anything else you want to leave us with this week?
Just continue to support these guys. I said it at our pep rally on Friday. The school, it's the second pep rally they've had already this year, which is really neat. Hadn't always been that way. But I told the student section or student body and teachers and faculty, like, our crowds have made a difference in our games for our kids, and they work their tails off, and it's something they deserve to have that kind of support. So it's been pretty cool to have that. And our next home game will be, and I want to make sure I get this out there, next Thursday and not Halloween. It's senior night, so we want to make sure those seniors are celebrated in the right way, because it's a special senior class.
Sure.
And it's one that's near and dear to my heart, especially with this being my first year as a head coach. It's a class that I'll forever remember, so come out and support them.
Yeah, I did hear some of the seniors saying that they were laying the foundation for that TK statue and that catch he was trying to make it Catholic. So I don't know where they're going to hide that statue, but they're working on it.
TK Corner.
TK Corner. All right. Well, we'll see you back next week, hopefully after a win from Washington County, and we'll see you each week until the playoffs hit. And then, like I said last time, we get jumped on if we skip it, so we'll try not to skip it. All right.
You've been watching the LCA Football Coach Oakley Watkins Show here on the OrthoLinks Sports Network. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the OrthoLinks Sports Network YouTube channel so you never miss a show. Thank you to our sponsors, and until next week, go Eagles.